Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited you're here today because we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and I think you're going to love it. I've been spending so much time looking at all the amazing videos out there, and I've noticed some really cool, super unique formats that just go completely viral. It got me thinking, how can we bring that same energy and fun to our own recipe videos? So today, I'm going to share 5 unconventional, high-engagement recipe video ideas inspired by those amazing viral outlier formats. These are all about having fun, being creative, and really connecting with you guys in a new way. These ideas are specially designed to help all of us creators, whether you're just starting out or you've been making videos forever, to stand out from the crowd and reach brand new audiences. It's all about trying something new and seeing what magic we can create together in the kitchen. We're going to explore everything from super fast challenges to really heartfelt stories, and I can't wait to see what you think. My goal is to inspire you to get creative and maybe even try one of these formats on your own channel. It's all about experimenting and finding what feels right for you. Before we jump in, just a quick reminder to turn on the subtitles if you need them. I want to make sure everyone can enjoy the video and follow along with all the fun ideas we're about to dive into. Accessibility is super important to me, and I want everyone to feel welcome here. Okay, are you ready? Let's get started with our first viral recipe hack. It's going to be a blast. Alright, first up is an idea that is all about speed, energy, and grabbing attention right from the very first second. We're calling it the 1-minute recipe challenge. The entire concept is to create a complete, delicious recipe from start to finish in under 60 seconds of video time. I know it sounds totally wild, but that's what makes it so exciting and so shareable. It's the kind of video that makes people stop scrolling and say, "Wait, what just happened? I have to watch that again." The key here is all in the editing. You need super fast cuts, almost like a music video, that jump from one step to the next in the blink of an eye. Imagine, one moment you're cracking an egg, the next you're whisking the batter, and then bam, it's coming out of the oven, perfectly baked. It's a whirlwind of culinary action that is just mesmerizing to watch. You want to make your audience feel the rush and the excitement of the challenge alongside you. To make it work, your narration has to match that high-energy pace. You need to be talking fast, with tons of enthusiasm in your voice. Think of yourself as a sports commentator, but for baking. You're guiding the viewer through the chaos, pointing out the key steps as they fly by. Okay, we've got the flour, in goes the sugar, mix, into the pan, and now we bake. It should feel breathless and exhilarating. On-screen text is your best friend in this format. Since everything is happening so quickly, you'll want to use big, bold text that pops up to highlight the ingredients and measurements. This helps viewers actually follow the recipe, even with the lightning-fast pace. It also adds another layer of visual stimulation that keeps their eyes glued to the screen. It's about making it both entertaining and surprisingly useful. The most critical part of this challenge is hooking the viewer within the first few seconds. YouTube analytics show that viewer retention is everything, and if you can keep them watching past that 30-second mark, you've got a great chance they'll stick around for the whole thing. This format is practically designed for that. The sheer speed and how are they doing that factor is an instant hook. Think about a recipe that can be simplified for this format. Maybe it's a quick mug cake, a super fast smoothie, or a simple no-bake cookie. The recipe itself doesn't have to be complicated. The magic is in the presentation. It's about taking something familiar and presenting it in a way that feels completely new and impossibly fast. The goal is to create a delightful little package of energy. You'll also want some really upbeat driving music to underscore the whole video. The music is like the heartbeat of the challenge, pushing the pace and adding to the excitement. It should make you want to tap your feet and maybe even try to cook that fast yourself. The combination of fast visuals, energetic narration, and a great soundtrack is what makes this format so incredibly addictive to watch. When you get to the end, the big reveal of the finished dish is the ultimate payoff. After a minute of pure chaos, you hold up the perfect, delicious-looking result. It's a moment of triumph. It proves that you can actually create something amazing in no time at all. It's that satisfying conclusion that will get people to hit the like button and share it with their friends. Imagine the possibilities. You could do a whole series of these 1-minute wonders. 1-minute cupcakes, 1-minute pizza, 1-minute pasta. The potential for content is huge. And it's a format that's perfectly suited for short-form video platforms as well, which can help bring a whole new audience over to your main channel. It's a powerful tool for growth. So, the next time you're brainstorming, think about which of your favorite recipes you could squeeze into a 60-second whirlwind. Plan your shots, pick your most energetic music, and get ready to talk fast. It's a challenge for you as the creator, but the payoff in viewer engagement and pure fun is totally worth it. It's a guaranteed way to inject some high-octane energy into your content. Remember, it's not just about the speed, it's about the spectacle. It's about creating a video that feels like a magic trick. The viewer is left wondering, how did they do that so perfectly, so fast? And that sense of wonder is what makes them come back for more. This format is a true scroll stopper, and that is pure gold in today's content landscape. Okay, our second idea is for anyone who loves a little bit of chaos and a whole lot of laughs in the kitchen. I call this one Cooking with a Twist Extreme Ingredient Swap. This format is all about taking a beloved, super classic recipe and swapping out one of the most important key ingredients for something completely unexpected, maybe even a little absurd. The fun is in the experiment and seeing what happens. The setup is simple, but so effective. You start by introducing a classic dish that everyone knows and loves. Think chocolate chip cookies, a classic lasagna, or a beautiful apple pie. You build up the expectation of this familiar, comforting recipe. You talk about how delicious it is, how it's a family favorite, setting the stage for the big twist that's about to come. Then, you reveal the swap. And this is where you can get really creative and have so much fun. Instead of chocolate chips in your cookies, what if you used spicy jalapeno chips? Or instead of ground beef in your lasagna, you use gummy worms. The more unexpected and wild the swap, the more intrigued your audience will be. Their first reaction will be, no way, that's going to be disgusting. And that's exactly what you want. The heart of the video is you actually going through with it. You follow the recipe just as you normally would, but with your crazy new ingredient. This is where your personality as a creator really gets to shine. You need to narrate your experience, your thoughts, and your reactions in real time. Is the texture weird? Does it smell strange? Is it surprisingly working? Share every detail with your audience. Your reactions are everything. Be genuine. If the dough with the jalapeno chips smells weird, make a face. If you're genuinely scared to taste the final product, let the audience see that. This vulnerability and honesty are what create a really strong connection. They're on this weird culinary journey with you, and your authentic reactions are what make it so entertaining and relatable. This format is amazing for engagement because it practically begs for audience participation. As you're cooking, you can ask your viewers what they think is going to happen. Okay guys, the gummy worm lasagna is going into the oven. Do you think the worms are going to melt completely? Let me know what you predict in the comments right now. This gets the comment section buzzing. The taste test is the climax of the entire video. This is the moment everyone has been waiting for. You have to build it up. Take a deep breath, look at the camera, and go for it. Your reaction to that first bite is the money shot. Is it surprisingly delicious? Is it as terrible as everyone expected? Is it just weird? The outcome doesn't even have to be good. The entertainment is in the discovery. After the taste test, you can reflect on the experiment. What did you learn? Would you ever do it again? This is also the perfect time to issue a call to action directly to your audience. Encourage them to suggest other extreme ingredient swaps they'd like to see you try in a future video. This not only gives you more content ideas, but it makes your audience feel like they are a real part of the channel's creative process. Think about the visual potential here. A close-up shot of you carefully placing a gummy worm between layers of pasta and cheese is inherently funny and strange. The visual contrast between the normal, expected ingredients and the one bizarre outlier is what makes the video so visually compelling and shareable. People will share it just to show their friends the crazy thing you're cooking. This format also taps into a fundamental human curiosity. We all secretly wonder what if. What if you put pickles on a cake? What if you made coffee with ketchup instead of water? This video format gives people a safe and hilarious way to see those weird questions answered without having to ruin their own dinner. You're their designated mad scientist in the kitchen. Ultimately, Extreme Ingredient Swap is about not taking cooking too seriously. It's about showing that the kitchen can be a place for play, experimentation, and even spectacular failures. It shows a side of you that is willing to take risks and have a good laugh, which is incredibly endearing to an audience. It's a reminder that cooking is supposed to be fun, And sometimes the best memories are made when things get a little weird. Now, for our third idea, we're going to slow things down a bit and get right to the heart. This one is called Storytime Recipe Grandma's Secret Dish. This format is all about the incredible power of narrative-driven content. It's where cooking becomes more than just following steps. It becomes a vehicle for sharing a meaningful, personal, and often emotional story with your audience. The concept is to choose a recipe that has a really special backstory. Maybe it's a dish your grandma used to make for you every single birthday, or the first thing you ever learned to cook with your dad, or a recipe that got you through a tough time. The recipe itself is important, but the story behind it is the real star of the show. It's what will make the video unforgettable. You begin the video by setting the scene. You're not just saying, "Today we're making apple pie." You're saying, "Today I want to share something really close to my heart. We're going to be making my Grandma Rose's apple pie. And let me tell you, this isn't just any pie. The smell of the cinnamon and apples takes me right back to being 7 years old, sitting in her cozy little kitchen." As you go through the steps of the recipe, measuring the flour, peeling the apples, rolling out the dough, you weave the story in. Each step of the cooking process can be a trigger for a new part of the memory or anecdote. Grandma always said the secret was to use 3 different kinds of apples, and she would let me be the one to pick them out at the market. It was our special job. This blending of process and personal history is what makes the format so powerful. The physical act of cooking brings the story to life. Your audience isn't just watching you make a pie, they're watching you reconnect with a cherished memory. They can almost smell the cinnamon and feel the warmth of your grandma's kitchen right along with you. It creates a deep, empathetic connection. You don't have to be a professional storyteller. The most important thing is to be authentic and speak from the heart. Let your emotions show. If the memory makes you smile, let your face light up. If it's a little bittersweet and makes you tear up, that's okay too. That raw, genuine emotion is what will resonate most deeply with the people watching. It shows them the real person behind the camera. This format is a wonderful way to build a strong community around your channel. When you share a vulnerable, personal story, it invites your audience to do the same. In the comments section, you'll see people sharing their own stories about their grandmas, their favorite family recipes, and the foods that bring back memories for them. It turns your comment section into a beautiful, shared space of connection. The recipe itself almost becomes a character in the story. It's the tangible link to the past, the thing that has been passed down through generations. When you finally pull that pie out of the oven, it's not just a dessert. It's the culmination of the story, a living piece of your family history that you've just shared with thousands of people. It's a moment of real emotional significance. This type of content has incredible staying power. Unlike a trendy recipe that might be popular for a month, a video rooted in a universal human experience like love, family, and memory will be relevant forever. New viewers discovering your channel years from now will still be able to connect with that story and feel like they know you on a deeper level. So think about the recipes in your own life that have a story to tell. Don't be afraid to open up and be a little vulnerable. By sharing that piece of yourself, you're giving your audience so much more than just a recipe. You're giving them a reason to care, to connect, and to keep coming back, not just for the food, but for the heart you put into it. Our fourth idea takes a completely different approach to sound. In fact, it's all about celebrating the sounds we usually try to edit out. Welcome to the ASMR silent cooking experience. ASMR, or Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, is that tingly, relaxing feeling some people get from specific sounds, and this format taps directly into that phenomenon, creating a uniquely calming and immersive video. The core principle here is to eliminate narration almost entirely. Instead of your voice guiding the viewer, the natural sounds of cooking become the soundtrack. The crisp chop of a knife on a wooden cutting board, the gentle sizzle of onions in a hot pan, the soft whisking of eggs in a ceramic bowl, the crinkle of a parchment paper bag, these are your stars. To make this work, you need high-quality audio. This is the one format where you absolutely must invest in a good microphone. You want to capture every subtle, satisfying sound with crystal clarity. The goal is to make the viewer feel like they are standing right there next to you in the kitchen, experiencing every sensory detail of the cooking process. It's an incredibly intimate and focused experience. The visuals are just as important as the audio. The shots need to be beautiful, clean, and deliberate. Think slow, steady camera movements and lots of close-ups. A macro shot of water slowly coming to a boil, a mesmerizing swirl of olive oil being drizzled into a pan, the satisfying pattern a fork makes in dough. Every visual element should be pleasing to the eye and contribute to the overall relaxing vibe. This format appeals to a huge and very dedicated audience. People watch ASMR videos for all sorts of reasons: to relax after a long day, to help them fall asleep, to reduce anxiety, or simply to focus. By creating a cooking video in this style, you're tapping into a whole new viewer demographic that might not have found your channel otherwise. You're offering them a moment of peace and tranquility. While there's no talking, you can still guide the viewer through the recipe using very minimal, clean on-screen text. A simple, elegant font that appears gently on screen to list an ingredient or a temperature is all you need. The text should complement the calm aesthetic, not distract from it. It ensures the video is still a functional recipe, just presented in a very serene way. Choosing the right recipe is important. You want something with a variety of interesting sounds. Slicing crunchy vegetables, kneading soft dough, sizzling bacon, or even the gentle clinking of glass measuring cups are all great examples. Think about the entire soundscape of the recipe from start to finish and choose one that offers a rich and diverse audio experience for the listener. The editing style should be slow and meditative. No jump cuts or fast transitions. Let the shots linger. Allow the viewer to get lost in the sound and the visual of a single action, like slowly grating a block of cheese. The pace of the video itself is a form of relaxation. It's the complete opposite of the 1-minute challenge we talked about earlier. It's a video that breathes. This format also highlights the beauty in the mundane. It forces you and your audience to slow down and appreciate the small, simple moments in the cooking process that we often rush through. It turns cooking from a chore into a mindful, sensory practice. It's a very modern and sophisticated take on the traditional recipe video, and it can make your channel feel very premium and artistic. When you present the final dish, it should be done with the same quiet grace. No big, loud ta-da, just a simple, beautifully composed shot of the finished meal, perhaps with steam gently rising from it. The satisfaction comes from the peaceful journey the viewer just took to get there. It's a quiet, contented sigh of a video. So, if you're looking to create content that feels different, that offers a genuine sense of calm and relaxation to your viewers, the ASMR silent cooking experience is a truly beautiful and effective way to do it. It's a testament to the idea that sometimes the most powerful way to communicate is by letting the sounds of your craft speak for themselves. And finally, for our fifth and final idea, we're cranking up the absurdity and embracing the hilarious struggle. Get ready for the absurdist cooking one-handed chef challenge. This is exactly what it sounds like. You attempt to cook an entire recipe, from beginning to end, using only one of your hands. The other one has to stay completely out of the action, maybe tucked behind your back or in your pocket. This format is pure entertainment, built on a foundation of physical comedy and relatable frustration. Every simple task that you take for granted in the kitchen, like cracking an egg, opening a jar, or even just holding a bowl still while you mix, suddenly becomes a monumental and often very funny challenge. It's a recipe for delightful chaos. The key to this video is your running commentary. You need to be narrating the entire experience, sharing your struggles and your tiny victories with the audience. Okay, the recipe says to separate the egg yolks. How am I supposed to do that with one hand? This is going to be a disaster. This stream of consciousness narration makes the viewer feel like your co-conspirator in the madness. The humor comes from the struggle itself. Don't be afraid to show the mess. If you spill flour all over the counter trying to open the bag one-handed, that's a great moment. If you're chasing a tomato around the cutting board because you can't hold it still, that's comedy gold. The goal isn't to be a perfect one-handed chef. The goal is to try your best and let the audience laugh with you at the absurdity of the situation. This is another format that is perfect for encouraging audience engagement. You can turn it into a direct challenge. At the end of the video, you can say, okay, I somehow managed to make one-handed cookies. Now I challenge you to try the one-handed chef challenge and tag me in your videos. This creates a fun trend and a sense of community participation. Think about the simple, everyday kitchen tasks that become Herculean feats with one hand. Trying to peel a potato, greasing a baking pan, or trying to use a can opener are all guaranteed to be hilarious struggles. The video practically writes itself. All you have to do is turn on the camera and try to cook. The natural comedy of the situation will shine through. This format reveals a very human and relatable side of you as a creator. It shows that you don't take yourself too seriously and that you're willing to look a little silly for the sake of having fun. Perfection is the enemy here. The more you struggle, the more your audience will root for you, and the more they'll enjoy the video. It's a powerful way to build rapport. The payoff at the end, whether the final dish is a beautiful success or a complete mess, is incredibly satisfying for the viewer. If you succeed, it's a moment of pure triumph against the odds. If you fail, it's a hilarious conclusion to a ridiculous journey. Either way, the audience has been thoroughly entertained, and that's the whole point. You can expand this into a whole series of absurdist challenges. Cooking blindfolded, with a helper for safety of course, cooking with tiny doll hands, cooking using only kitchen tongs. The possibilities for silly, engaging content are endless. It's a format that is built for fun and has a huge potential for going viral simply because it's so different and funny. So if you're ready to embrace the chaos, have a good laugh at yourself, and create a video that is guaranteed to make your audience smile, I highly recommend you try the One-Handed Chef Challenge. Just be prepared to make a little bit of a mess. It's a fantastic way to show your playful side and create content that is just pure, unadulterated fun. And those are my 5 viral recipe hacks you have to try. From the super fast 1-minute challenge to the heartfelt storytime recipe, I really hope these ideas sparked some creativity for you. I had so much fun putting this list together, and I honestly want to try all of them myself. Which of these outlier formats was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below which one you'd like to see me attempt first in an upcoming video. And of course, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future adventures. Thank you all so much for watching and for being a part of this amazing community. It truly means the world to me. I love that we can get together and not only share delicious recipes, but also have fun with how we create and share them. If you're looking for more creative recipe ideas, be sure to check out some of the other videos on my channel. We're always trying to cook up something new and exciting for you guys, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Just a final little reminder that all of the videos here on the channel use original music, so you get a unique vibe every single time you watch. We also keep our logos and branding super minimal, so the focus stays on the food and the fun. And as always, we make sure to have clear, easy-to-read subtitles on every video because it's so important that everyone can be a part of our community. Thanks again for hanging out with me today. Bye!